Good evening, everybody, and you're very welcome along to today's Anfield Agenda News Roundup. This is our first recorded video back since the tragic passing of Diogo and his brother Andre, and I just wanted to start off the video by acknowledging all the kind words, love and support throughout our community over the past few days. We only decided to come back to record videos again after talking to everybody in our community, and the general consensus was, as difficult as it is, we'd like to start to get back to some form of normality. If you're watching this video and you're not ready yet, that's totally understandable. We appreciate where you're coming from, and we will be here whenever you are ready to come back in. But for now, I just wanted to say that thank you to everybody for your consideration, your kind words and your love to everybody in our community, whether you're part of it, whether you're an opposition fan or somebody who just came across to pay your respects. We sincerely appreciate all of your thoughts, loves and best wishes. I'm going to get into the news now, but again, this is a very difficult video to make. It's the first one back, and I just wanted to start it off by saying that heartfelt thank you to you all for your support, not just to me, of course, but to each other. We're going to start off today, folks, by discussing the situation with Darwin Nunez at first. As we know, yesterday, DiMarzio reported that Liverpool had been subject to another offer from Napoli for Darwin. That offer has been rejected to the best of our understanding. Fabrizio Romano said Napoli remain in active talks for Darwin Nunez. There's a significant gap in valuation, but Liverpool still believe that he is Napoli's top target. Lorenzo Luca deal at an advanced stage with Udinese, and the player side is done, and Napoli can close at any moment. Now, I understand that Napoli have to show that they have options, but they either want Darwin or they want the other guy. It's one or the other. So whichever one they do, we'll wait and see. Napoli's own report that Napoli are working to sign a new striker and in talks with Udinese for Lorenzo Luca, offering around 34 million euro plus bonuses. At the same time, the club remain interested in Liverpool's Darwin Nunez, having submitted a 55 million euro bid all in and a proposed salary of 5 to 6 million euro. Nunez would cost nearly twice as much as Luca, so the final decision rests with Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis. And again, from Liverpool's perspective, we just have to wait and see what happens here. Do Napoli come to the table with an offer for Darwin that Liverpool view acceptable? I don't really know what's going on with the striker situation, truth be told, at the moment. So we're going to have to just wait and see on that one. Going to move towards the Luis Diaz situation now, which is becoming a little bit more clear cut. So Christian Falk has said that Luis Diaz has informed Bayern Munich that he wants to move to the Bundesliga. And then we back that up from Luis Diaz when asked about the interest of Barcelona and Al Nassr. Said at the moment, we're negotiating with Liverpool and all interested parties. I'm calm and happy at Liverpool. I think it's over to try and make the best decision. It doesn't stop there though, because it does look as if Luis Diaz wants to depart Liverpool, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing out there. Now, again, I want to reiterate, lots of people posting and commenting to say that he's on 55 grand a week. That has been cleared up by Liverpool. They've briefed some sources in the media. I believe it was the Echo who ran with the story to say that their indication is that he actually makes about £140,000 a week at Liverpool. Now, I'm not saying that changes anything about whether he will or won't be sold, but again, gives a different perspective on this situation. For what it's worth, I do think Diaz is looking for a move away. There doesn't look to be any willingness from Liverpool to offer him a new deal at this moment in time. So I'm going to say that if the right offer comes in, Diaz will probably be sold. Liverpool have rejected a 50 million euro bid for Darwin Nunez from Napoli, who are still focused on signing the Uruguayan as their main target, said Fabrizio Romano. Another offer is expected in the coming days to move negotiations forward. This kind of situation always frustrates me. Whether it's us buying or selling a player, just get to the number. Why drag it out? If there's going to be a number you're willing to go to, then just get there and get the deal done, because I'm sure both clubs would like clarity. Napoli would like the player in as early as possible, and of course Liverpool would like to know what their situation is. Sport over in Spain have said Luis Diaz will tell Liverpool today that he wishes to leave Anfield this summer. The winger considers his time in England to be over, although he will not begin negotiations to leave aggressively. I don't know where to go with that one. It does look to me like Diaz is looking for a move away, but whether he gets it or not, that remains to be seen. Now, of course, we know that the players are starting to return back for pre-season training today. You've probably seen the images of them starting to arrive at the AXA training centre, and I can only imagine what a difficult experience that's going to be for them. We still don't know, as I sit here now recording this, whether Liverpool will be playing the game against Preston at the weekend or not. As far as I'm aware, as of right now anyway, a decision hadn't been made on that. I want to move on to Marc Guéhi now, because again, that's another name that lots of people have been asking us about over the last week or two. Newcastle United remain hopeful of winning the race to sign Marc Guéhi, said Give Me Sport. Now, for what it's worth, I think if Liverpool want to sign Marc Guéhi, then Marc Guéhi will come to Liverpool. But if we don't push forward with a bid, or we decide to move in the Jarell Hato direction or some other direction, well, then that might change the state of play. But we also have to figure out what's happening with Canade. We know that Liverpool initially wanted to bring in a Jarell Kwanzaa age type defender in this window. But if Canade is looking to move on or wants to join Real Madrid, then maybe that is why we've seen the likes of Marc Guéhi mentioned as probably the perfect middle ground here between experience and youthfulness as well. So for what it's worth, I'd like to see Marc Guéhi brought in anyway, and then see what happens with Ibrahima Canade. Another name from Crystal Palace that's come up though over the last few hours comes from Miguel Delaney, and he said Eberechi Eze's preference is understood to be Arsenal should he leave Crystal Palace, although sources close to the situation believe Liverpool may yet activate long-standing interest. Now that would of course be if perhaps Luis Diaz moved on. Also here, LFC transfer room post from Pepe Sierra. Luis Diaz will tell the Liverpool management, either you renew my contract or you let me leave, because I have an offer from Bayern and Barca. He wants to stay, wants to improve his contract conditions, but if not, he's going to ask to leave this week. What I find annoying about this is players have offers from clubs. That's all well and good. But the club don't have an offer from the clubs, do they? The club don't have an offer that meets their valuation. So until Liverpool receive that offer and acknowledge it and agree it, what he has agreed with other clubs, or what any player has agreed with other clubs, is kind of irrelevant. So if Barcelona and Bayern want them, then they best put forward an offer to Liverpool that they deem acceptable, or stop wasting everybody's time. He goes on to say, as a heads up, Pepe Sierra never mentioned that Luis Diaz will hand in a transfer request. He just says that Diaz will ask to leave directly to the Liverpool management team. So how this all pans out? Well, for me, it ends up at Luis Diaz leaving, but on Liverpool's terms. That's the way I view this situation. And look, I like Luis Diaz. I've said it many times, but I want players who want to be here. I want players who want to win with Liverpool Football Club. And if he doesn't want to do that, then I think Liverpool should accept whatever offer they get that meets their valuation and move on. That's my take on it. I want players who want to be here. But over to you guys now. Do let us know your thoughts. And again, appreciate all of your kindness and understanding over the last week or two. It's been obviously a very difficult situation for everybody. Yeah, this is my first video back as a pre-recorded video, as I said, and really do appreciate all of your support and what's been a difficult time for all of us. We will be back tonight at 8:45 for the late night agenda to answer all of your questions and start to approach the new normal on the channel. And we do appreciate your support. As you've seen in the background, lots of you have been asking me about adding a little touch to Diogo. Connor was back from vacation today, and as you may have noticed, just behind me there is a Diogo Jota 20 shirt now immortalised on the back of our background. And again, we appreciate all your input on that as well. I'll catch up with you tonight, my friends. Apologies that I'm not yet my normal self, but I think you can understand where I'm coming from. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.